First play here, the Celtics running off a make. Who would have thought? Good things happen when the Celtics run off of anything. Jaylen Brown, before half the Magic's defense has gotten back, dribbles in from the perimeter to post up the smaller Cole Anthony, and then this jump push shot. What is he, a big man all of a sudden?
Yeah, dude, JB from this little mid-range, 6-foot range, 8-foot range, he's money from this spot. Lo and behold, the Celtics have the ability to push the ball, not just off a miss, but doing this off a make.
And also, it's great recognition from Jaylen Brown, right? He sees that the cross match on him is Cole Anthony. He's way bigger than Cole Anthony, way more athletic. And he just puts him right into the paint. He's got kind of a long way to go. He sort of starts his post up almost halfway between the paint and the 3-point line, pushes him all the way down in the paint. Little 6-7 footer money.
Jason Tatum setting a screen for Derek White, but actually making contact on the screen, which has been a huge point of emphasis for us on the podcast this year. Actually making contact. Bit of a moving screen there. Suggs, he goes over the screen. Isaac goes under. Both follow Derek White, and Tatum pops for the wide open 3. And then shortly after, the very next possession, in fact, similar action, Tatum setting the screen, this time diving, and not a very open shot for Derek White, but he's perfect, and he sinks it.
I love anytime Tatum is being physical. Not only does making contact on the screen make this pick and pop more wide open, creates more of an advantage for Derek White, has the Magic defense have to come over and help more, but just creates more wide open lane for Derek White to make that shot.
Yeah, the beauty of this is it's the exact same play. It's actually a double drag, right? Brissett's supposed to also set a second screen afterwards, but the Magic, they don't even get through that first Tatum screen to get to Brissett, which is a rarity when Tatum sets a screen. Usually people just kind of walk right past him. So, and it's the exact same play call both times, and they go under, they kind of switch it soft really on the second time, and White just reads it. He sees Suggs drop below. He's got a little acre of space, pops it, and we know Derek White. He's the best pull-up shooter on the team all of a sudden, and he just buries it.
Peyton Pritchard with the hustle, diving out of bounds and creating an extra possession for the Celtics.
Dude, this is the P-Rabbit right here. Hey, Kendrick Perkins, will allow you to use that. It's like a relay, the 4x100, and Cole Anthony's got the head start, but we hand the baton to Usain Bolt. Pritchard just makes a run for it. His head's always on a swivel. Third out of all guards that are 6'4" and under and have played at least 10 games and are playing at least 15 minutes in offensive rebounding percentage.
And it's how many rebounds off a missed free throw do we have this season? This might be the first one, right? I can't remember another one. So shout out to Drew Holiday to get in there and slap the ball out and give Pritchard a chance to make this incredible hustle play. Shout out to Joe Mazzulla to pick him up when Pritchard fell down right by the scorer's table there. Joe, unsung hero, comes over here. We're going to look at it. And he's like, oh, I got you, PP. I got you. You're a 6-foot undersized guard just like me. That's not a scenario where you expect to generate an extra possession is off a free throw, right?
Al Horford, aged Al Horford at 37 years old, playing lockdown defense. First here in drop, and then out on the perimeter on one of the quickest guards in the league in Darius Garland.
Dude, as long as it's not Steph Curry, Al Horford can handle, it feels like, pretty much anybody on these switches. Look, Garland is one of my favorite players to watch. He is so crafty with the ball in his hands, breaking down guys off the dribble. The fact that Horford's still able to offer this level of switching, just a massive anomaly for humans on planet Earth, that this 37-year-old able to still do this. But the fact that the Celtics have this versatile Swiss Army knife on defense to deploy in drop or in switches.
People talk about drop like it's kind of like the lazy man's pick and roll defense, but to be good at it, you actually have to read a lot of different things, right? You got to read the screener, you got to read your guy, and you got to read the ball handler. So on this second play, Horford's reading the ball handler. He sees he has to switch. On the first one, he sees he's okay and drop because Pritchard's trailing, and he can come and get the rear view contest, which Pritchard does an excellent job, gets the block. But that's all Horford, because Horford's in the perfect spot to slow Garland down and allow Pritchard to get back into the play.
So good. We love you, Al. This is an underrated ATO play by Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics, and I feel like we've barely seen this one all season, but it's so sexy. Stagger screen here for KP, curling out of the corner. Cavs are playing small, and he just gets a wide open lane to the basket.
I love this play. The whole thing with KP has been, it's going to be a way for us to really punish switches because he's so good in the post. But in this scenario, they don't have a big man on the court. They're kind of playing small. In theory, you actually would have thought they'd be switching, but they have Niang going over these screens. screens. You can imagine like a scenario where they're playing the Bucks and they've got Giannis or Brook Lopez on him and they don't want to switch a smaller defender onto him. You run this play and you have Giannis or Lopez or basically whoever's playing center for the opposing team chasing Porzingis over screens. Most dudes that are like 6'10 to 7 foot centers in the NBA aren't going to have the ability to stick with Porzingis.
This is a set you run for your 2 guard, for your small
crazy.
forward, for your like guys who can handle the ball, fly off screens, shoot jump shots. The Celtics can run it for their 7'3" center, and that's like such an incredible weapon because Jake, you're absolutely right. It puts guys in positions, puts the defenders in positions they're not used to. Centers are not used to running through double drag or double pin down screens with a guy flying off them who can pop for a 3 or get downhill like Porzingis does on this play. So it's great play design by Joe, and yeah, KP just does perfect on it, man.